Hello everyone, my name is PolishLynx, welcome back to Everlasting Summer, one of the mods made by users. And we are Slavia in the forest. Here, drink! Thank you! Much better. Let's go. The girl handed me a hot flask. I barely took several gulps and looked at my savior. She seemed to be the same familiar girl, but something was out of tune with her usual image. After all, a smile suited the pioneer girl more than an expression of the cold determination that was frozen on her face. I didn't even really know what to say. I've already been mistaken once, but about the maniac in the infirmary, and let myself relax for a second. Now I'm going to have to be wary till the end this time. For the unbearable pain in my whole body and my spinning head didn't let me concentrate even for a moment. What's this all? Shh! No need to talk. You'll get worse. I know it all. The girl said and looked at me carefully as if, contrary to her own words, she was waiting for an answer. I know everything about you. I'm actually also real. How the damn hell are you real? We already met yesterday. I haven't noticed anything real about you. I coughed up blood again. Is this one of your jokes again? I continued quieter. You can't just kill me. You can't, right? You have to torture to want me to go mad. Well, I think he's done the same thing before, actually, so what's wrong when it is happening to you? You deserve this. And then I realized that all of this has already happened once. For now our roles were swapped. No, it's not like that at all. You got it wrong. You weren't talking to me yesterday. Why am I explaining? It's like you don't understand yourself. The pioneer girl frowned. Didn't you ever met your own copies? There definitely was logic in her words that I couldn't find a flaw in right away. Well, maybe. And why do you need all this? To help me? I mean... Because you are the same as me. Real. Isn't it natural? Wouldn't you the same in my place? If only she knew what I've done before. But what if she isn't lying? After all, I did meet people older than me in this world before. Thanks, if so. The girl didn't answer anything, only smiled. But I still don't understand, how did you... I mean, I've met you 1,000 times before, and all of them were boats. It's hard to explain, there is no time now. No time? Are you in a hurry for something? Not only me, soon we'll all escape here. You mean from this loop to a new one? No, I mean from this camp for good. What do you mean? I broke into a dumb smile. The very thought of there being an exit from this place had seemed absurd to me for a long time now. Don't tell me you want to stay here forever. Well, I've kinda been here forever already. I propose, you reject, okay? No, wait, you just got me wrong. Why wrong, actually? Am I really ready to go back to the real world? It's alien and hostile to me now, as this camp has become my home. But that home lies in ruins, robbed and burned. Will I be able to build a new one? Yeah, so what do you want then? Okay, but how? You don't propose, I just take your word for it, right? If you really understand my situation, you won't refuse to explain. Fine, but not now. We have to make sure there's no pursuit. Wait. But the pioneer wasn't listening to me, and a second later she disappeared in the vivid greenery. Just wonderful. But I can't sue. What a pity, a serious oversight on our housekeeper's side. Oh look, who's talking? What are you going to make the rings from? Are you maybe planning on just reading the wire of the induction coil around your finger? I've got a couple of ideas. Well, I'm listening. Xenia looked at me carefully and smiled, anticipating my failure. However, even before I met her, I had acquired some very different skills, and crafting together a couple of rings wouldn't be very hard for me. The only question is the equipment. You can't find a jeweler's instruments in the camp. So I simply wouldn't have had time to prepare everything in a mere week. If not the cybernetic stuff. If you rummage through the bulk of the equipment stored there, you could definitely find enough kilning for 2 simple rings. And keeping the local cybernetics occupied with something for a couple of days will certainly not be a problem, especially considering it's not the first time for me. That's a surprise.
Even so,
Xenia got embarrassed.
in a week's time they will disappear. No, we won't be able to take anything with us.
So what's more important to you? 2 pieces of metal or...
No, of course not.
But you are going to do it the way it should be then. The dress too. Xenia's eyes sparkled. There were no problems with the suit. I knew for sure that several guys in the camp have pants and a jacket, maybe even a dark grey color. A summer dress would look good on Xenia, but the wedding dress was her idea in the end. Which is she predictably rejected right away. Was too.
Are you serious?
Looks like she got tired of arguing already. No, but you can always ask one of the girls. I think that's the best option. Xenia grew red, pouted and turned away.
Then go and ask them yourself. And take measurements of yourself, cause you'll be the one wearing it. How do you even imagine I could do that? I'll just walk up to you, say, Savia, and ask her, could you please sew a wedding dress for me?
How about you say that it's for a costume contest? No, that's kinda silly. For a costume ball. Xenia was surprised, but I didn't start arguing right away. I get the idea through the camp leader, don't worry, and there'll be nothing to be shy about. A wedding as a part of the performance. We'll make shuriken during performance first walk in outer space. Miku will cosplay Lenin on an armored car. And me. And you will marry.
And what historical event do you want to make this a reenactment of?
God, what does it matter? Could even be the marriage of Ekaterina II and Peter III.
Oh, what an unbelievable fate is waiting for you then, darling.
Xenia smirked. No matter, it's just an example. See, you're joking already.
Still, that somehow...
Trust me.
Okay, if you think that will work out.
It started to dawn. The fewer made its presence known and seemed to get even stronger. Apparently the real pioneer girl got lost somewhere in the forest. Looks like I've been ditched again. Though I wasn't too hopeful this time. I just wanted to get everything back the way it was, not come back to reality. Maybe it's only been an hour on the other side, maybe centuries, it doesn't matter anymore. I felt like a comatose man who wakes up and can't recognize the world around him. The horizon was burning with a bright scarlet glow, showering the sky with a flaming aurora. What if it wasn't just the inhabitants that had changed in this world? In a mere few minutes, the beams of the blazing sun will get here and burn me up, together with this whole dame Sovyonok. I wish the real pioneer girl would come back. It's better to settle in a new world than burn alive in a familiar one. More so because nobody there will know about everything that happened with me here. About everything I did myself. You seem to be deep in thought about something. A familiar voice sounded nearby. My voice. What do you want? I was surprised by his appearance and even scared a bit. I had enough problems with the Maidenhead pioneers and had stopped even thinking about my doubles. Over my doubles. How long has it been since I called them that? Right, for me there was always me and there were them. We have nothing in common. We are different people, even if we were one at some point. Maybe you're thinking, when did it all go wrong? Here he was mistaken. I wasn't thinking about that. Tormenting yourself with doubts, asking yourself questions you will never find answers to. I just want this all to be over, and your presence is hardly helping you with that. Everything is long over, if you made it that way. Oh really? That's not particularly noticeable for everyone but you. That day in the bus you made the wrong decision and died. I look over my body carefully. It hurts, which means I'm alive. I don't look much like a dead man. You think it's really that simple, that movie like? Do you want to remember the moment when the life left you? Remember your last brief, the point of transition, the first moments on the new level of existence? I don't really get you. Then that means that I've already died then in reality? Nope, you've been given a chance but you didn't use it and ended up in your own personal hell. Limbo, if you wish. Oh, look at you reinverting the wheel, as if I don't know that. You knew that, but you didn't know that you're alone here now and there's no exit. I knew that. Or at least I'd assumed to. So what about you then? I'm not here, I'm just your hallucination. The forest resounded with this disgusting laughter. It's all painfully familiar, but why is it repeating itself now? Is it true when they say that troubles never come singly? Be my guest. I closed my eyes and even turned away just to be sure. Don't treat him like that. He's one of us too, or at least he was once. The familiar voice sounded a bit different. Now 2 pioneers were standing in the clearing in front of me. You have to fight fire with fire. He's already been through enough fighting. I wouldn't say it's enough yet. They were arguing and reality lost all meaning to me. Look, he's lost his mind for good already. That's nothing special, it will pass. Like in that story that we told to Liana, signed with the name of a non-existent friend. The mad regain their sanity and then sane go mad. And then the devilish laughter again. You think this is his first time? Isn't it? I know for sure that it isn't. He thinks he remembers everything, he's ready for everything. He knows the behavior of every pioneer beforehand. But he forgot so much, maybe forgot the most important thing. Enough already! Yulia! Yulia! These two suddenly stepped aside and the cat-eared one came forward. I was always kind of wary of her because I thought that there was nothing good to expect from her. Moreover, somewhere deep inside of me she caused some kind of animalistic primal fear, like the fear of the dark. And I never believed her stories either. But she was amazing. And she's the best. Like that she's our subconsciousness, its hidden part. What nonsense. Don't you see how bad off he is? You're no use, like you. She pointed her finger at the evil pioneer. Hurry to the infirmary for pills. What pills? He was a bit startled. I don't know. Aren't you the smartest one here? Figure it out. The pioneer sighed helplessly and dragged himself in the direction of the camp. And you? She looked at the good one. And you? Well, find something to do. Honestly, your whining is sickening. It only makes things worse. But I only wanted to help. But you're not helping, so go. She waved her hand and made an expression that made a thought flash through my head, just like a grumpy cat. But she's a cutie cat. The pioneer didn't argue and followed his double. So what now? I asked without much enthusiasm. I have been tricked more than once and I'm going to believe her now. Especially her. I would never have thought that of all the inhabitants, it would be the cat-eared one to come to help me. Even if only in words. After all, she remembers the previous times, remembers our quarrel in the bus. You think you'll be able to make an idiot of me again? Gathering the last bits of strength, I raised myself, my eyes darkening from pain. But where do I go? I should have taken the syringe myself. Why did I even decide that a suicide here is the end? Hey! The cat-eared one jumped to my side with one lip and held me so I wouldn't fall. You! Do you really want me to believe you're helping me? And what do you think I'm doing now? After all, I always help you all. Yeah, sure. I sank on the ground again and let out a heavy sigh. How can you not believe her? Oh, come on! The look of her face just tells you believe me. Because I'm telling the truth. There's really nowhere for me to go in this condition. So, when will your pioneers return? Soon. She answered vaguely. Okay, let's sit. Let's wait. I've got nothing to lose anymore. The whole camp gathered at the square. Ulyan was chasing Electronic in a vain attempt to take away his very crumpled cardboard cosmonaut helmet. The scene of the man's first walk into open space was not without some amusing incidents. Genda's monument served as an improvised rocket for the cybernetics, and Trick managed to trip and fall from it at the most crucial moment. It's a good thing that the distance to the ground was significantly shorter than the near-Earth orbit, and it met him, like in the song, with the grass near home.
Stop running, you will kill yourself for good.
Ogentirna was waiting. I'm not even sure what concerned her more in the situation, the cybernetics or the image of the camp that had no accidents 365 days, a year since the beginning of time. Zenia was standing near and tugging on my sleeve, but I was too carried away with the spectacle and didn't notice right away.
So?
What?
Are you sure we should be doing this?
But you wanted this yourself.
I didn't want anything. You just suggested and I agreed.
We've discussed this 100 times already, and you know full well that it's not for real.
Also, it's not for real, huh?
She said dreadfully. That's not what I mean. We're just in this world, don't forget it. In a couple days, everything will repeat itself and no one will remember this.
Yeah, but I will.
So, what are you embarrassed by the most? Those around you or yourself? Zenia blushed and said nothing.
Okay, go change already.
Ogentrievna commanded us. Ready? Zenia nodded. 10 minutes later, a strange sight for a regular pioneer camp could be seen at the square. What am I saying? It was strange even for Sovyonok. And I felt too standing in the middle of a crowd of pioneers in an old Soviet costume of someone else's back. Not a formal takeout, of course, but still better than shorts and a short-sleeved shirt. Whereas Zenia was apparelled in the rustic cut semblance of a wedding dress. In other situation I'd say she looks foolish, but not now. Now this dress seemed to me more beautiful than any attire from the pompous fashion shops.
So, what scenes are you playing now? I forgot.
The camp leader whispered into my ear. Okay, Trina, what does it matter already? Let's start.
Okay.
Zenia was standing as red as a lobster, not knowing where to put her eyes. She seemed now to strongly want to look at me. Everything would be alright, I said quietly. Miku was merely smiling at the crowd of pioneers, as if this were her own wedding, a bit foolishly maybe, but sincerely. Then I was blushing as usual, but sometimes casting careful glances at us. Alisa's whole look was saying that she'd been dragged here against her will, and she would have been playing the guitar or just sleeping if only she could. Though Uliana was clearly thrilled by the whole spectacle. Children don't need much to be happy. As for Slavia, she seemed to be really happy for us and smiled kindly.
Let's get this over with already.
Looks like anymore, and Zenia will be embarrassed so to death. Okay, we are ready. I nodded to the camp leader. Now I had to say that. What they usually say at the wedding. Of course I didn't know the exact words and I managed to safely forget everything I've prepared beforehand. I promise. I start my voice shaking. In sickness and oldness. No, that's not how it was.
What are you mumbling? We can't hear anything.
Uliana merely shouted.
Be quiet, you, or we'll put you in Zenia's place.
The threat had an immediate effect and Uliana fell silent. Well, that's... Just a minute ago I could have sworn I was absolutely calm and now I couldn't say a word. I could only guess what Zenia was feeling. I guarded my courage. I promised to be with you for better and for worse, for richer and for poorer, in sickness and in health, until death do us part. The pioneers joyfully clamoring until now. Stopped talking immediately. It got so quiet I could hear my heart beating furiously. Zenia was still standing, her eyes dropped to the ground. Well, now you. She pumped air into her lungs and pattered.
Agree to marry your promise to be with you, sickness and for poorer here.
The crowd exploded with laughter. For me, Zenia's words sounded quite serious.
And get it over already.
And what about now we can kiss the bride? I asked with a playful tone. Zenia's eyes sparkled, making clear that the situation was good enough even without kisses. I guess she's right, and we'll have time for that anyway.
Good job, thanks everyone!
Organic Graham was shouting. Electronic came forward with a camera. He looked as if he would be much happier having a crowbar in his hands instead.
A couple of shots for... remember! Hell no!
Xenia bowed at him. Come on for the family album. He hesitated a little but gave the semblance of a smile after all. It all turned out as it should be, better than it should be. For the first time in all this time, Xenia looked me right in the eyes, smiled and said,
"Yeah, I guess."
And that's when we end the episode. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one. We'll see where this marriage is going on, and if he will survive somehow. Alright, bye.